Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of hover vehicles being in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer. I'm also going to be talking about whether I like the idea or not. So we have seen images of the hover bike and the hover tank. The hover tank, as we probably know, is called the prototype T-740 hover tank. I think there's a good possibility these things could be in multiplayer only because Sledgehammer Games, they seem like they're trying to introduce new things into the game, such as the exoskeleton, as we've already seen. And I know it's not the first time COD has had vehicles like Call of Duty World at War, but it would change it up a little bit. But in my opinion, I don't think it's the greatest idea to put them in, and this is only because a lot of people complain that the maps are too big. They want the map smaller. So picture they made a smaller map and there's a tank just hovering around blowing up people. I just don't think that would work. What they could do, and I think this would be a pretty good idea, is when they have their ground war, they can make bigger maps for ground war and maybe introduce tanks into ground war just for the bigger map gameplay, and if people like that, they can go play ground war. It's not too hard. But to me it just wouldn't work on the smaller maps. But I do think a hover bike, I really do think that could work on the smaller maps, and it's not too bulky and it probably wouldn't shoot bombs at you like the tank. That doesn't necessarily mean I want vehicles, but it could happen, and I'm not one of those people that right when they heard exoskeletons that were online, they just automatically assumed, oh, this game's gonna be terrible, oh, they're gonna be OP. I never really assumed that, but let's be honest, the game hasn't been too good for a long time, and maybe adding things like the exoskeleton, vehicles online, maybe it could spice it up and maybe take Call of Duty to another level. All I'm saying is be open-minded. But that's basically it. That's my thoughts on vehicles being in multiplayer. I really appreciate you watching the video, and feel free to rate, comment, and/or subscribe. Thanks for watching.